Hello, welcome to episode 76 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I am Jeffrey.
And I'm Brian.
We're two guys drinking beer, talking what's going on to some smooth, sexy jazz music. Ray's with us.
Good.
How you doing, Ray?
Good. You guys?
We're all trying to stay warm.
Yeah, fixing the alternator in the outside is not fun.
Nope, not today. It wasn't.
That was pretty cold up here too. I put my beer outside again because it was colder than the fridge, which is kind of convenient. I will admit, like it really is convenient for a whole bunch of stuff. But at the same time, it's also the high of 16 today. So, you got to take them both. Shit, I don't even know where to go from here, man. I don't even know what to do. I'm incredibly stoned.
Well, let's talk about
Virginia.
No, Virginia's later. Let's
Virginia's-
talk about Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, okay. He turned over his phone, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
You think they
Hey,
would have
did-
taken the phone a long time ago?
well, I remember a couple of weeks ago, actually it was like a month ago, he said something like how he wants to help and he wants to give me the phone. All they need to do is get a warrant. It's like, you can volunteer this crap, right?
Yeah. I remember talking about that briefly. Yeah.
Yeah, and he made them get a warrant and he's just now turning it over. It's plenty of time to destroy whatever it is within there that you wanted to. Yeah, anyway, he turned his phone over, but it's not like he did anything noble or anything. Like they came in with paperwork saying you don't have a choice, give it to us.
Yeah.
He should go to prison or at least probation for doing stupid things. But he won't though.
No, because he's a celebrity.
I don't know. Should we even bother putting that in the predictions page, or are we just gonna go right along with? Obviously, that's what's gonna happen.
Ooh, let me get
Just
the
like
prediction.
Just like Lori Laughlin. She got fined for bribing admissions into school, but her fine was less than the bribes she paid. Come on.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, one of her houses was just broken into, and about $1 million worth of stuff was stolen.
Damn.
Was it near the train?
I don't know. What's funny is I was actually going to share it into the group today to talk about. But I was like, no, who's gonna get? How are we gonna squeeze in Lori Laughlin? Yeah, exactly. He's gonna get a penalty. That's a joke to him. Just to appease some people. My prediction. But he did a weapon at someone. And someone's dead because of it.
No.
All right. Well, speaking of Virginia, while Ray mentioned it, them and 3 of the states have declared a state of emergency for the storm rolling through.
Well, they're trying to make up for their last fiasco.
Virginia? Oh, geez. This is
With
going to be a big deal.
I-95.
Yeah, and especially because they tried to give Youngkin a hard time because of it last time, right?
Uh-huh.
If this doesn't go well, Youngkin's going to get a real hard time for it. This should be interesting, I hope. But there's not much he can do in a day and a half. He'll have been in office before the storm hits.
Yeah. But they said they were doing they've been doing joint briefings on it the last few days. So to try to bring him up to speed quicker.
True, and everyone knows the storm's coming. Maybe they'll be bright enough to stay off the expressways down there if they can avoid it.
Well, it's coming in tomorrow, so it's a Sunday, so it should
That
be
helps too.
traffic. Yeah.
True. Geez, I don't even remember what the other 3 states were. I should open this. I think North Carolina.
Probably North Carolina, Maryland, DC.
Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia.
Okay.
Is this storm supposed to go all the way from Georgia to Maine? Which is what had me a little nervous being in Massachusetts. I did a couple things. I went out and bought beer. I fired up my generator, make sure it works, and then I topped it off with the gas in my gas can, poured the rest of my gas can into my pickup truck, then went and filled my gas can up to have a fresh can.
Yeah, I only use non-ethanol gas in my generator.
Well, I was going to use only propane. I tried that last year. I went through 4 cans of propane in 24 hours. I couldn't get out to get more propane, so I could switch it to run on gasoline too.
Uh,
A gallon of gas ran that thing 24 hours, and it powered main things in my house like heat, internet,
yeah.
It blew my mind how much. Okay, it was more than a gallon. It was like 5 gallons, but it was how much cheaper the gasoline was. Because I wanted to run the propane because it's clean. Like, you don't have to take the engine apart if it's gonna go for a long time without running. So obviously this past spring, because I put the gasoline in, I took the damn engine apart,
Yeah,
cleaned it all
that's
out.
why I don't put ethanol gas in stuff like that. Ever since I started using it, non-ethanol gas in my lawnmower, no problems with it. Outboard motor, no problems with it. So generator too.
Well, see, I put fuel stabilizer in the gas if I know it's gonna sit for a long time.
It's not as good as non-ethanol.
No,
It will still eventually separate.
Oh, I use the fuel, but every year I take these engines apart and clean them. But I mean, realistically, it's not that hard if you have any experience taking engines apart. If you have experience. Anyone who does listen to the show, do not just try to take apart an engine, because things will shoot out everywhere and you will never ever get them back in. Well, I mean, plus it gives me something to do. If I'm repairing engines, I'm not building bombs, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Devil finds work for idle hands.
that's a good idea.
That's why I'm excited about this forge. I'll go on that rant later. So why do I care about Prince Andrew?
You don't.
Okay. Why do teenage girls and middle-aged women care about this guy? Just because he's a prince?
Probably.
All right. Why is it in here?
Because they don't do. I just wanted to briefly talk about it for a second. 30-second conversation.
Sure.
The Queen. This is a pretty drastic measure for the Queen. They don't strip military titles and royal titles very often. So I guess he's not
Conspiracy,
getting
'cause the
paid
Queen
as
is-
a member of the royal family anymore.
This just happened to it. You say it doesn't happen, or didn't this just happen to
No, the other
Marco's husband?
people they gave theirs up voluntarily.
Well, one of these articles here. Oh, they both say stripped. Yeah, they both say stripped of, but I remember I opened and read one of them and it said that he willingly turned it over versus whatever. And they said that she personally said something. I think the Queen's dead, dude.
You say that every week.
Seen her? No one's seen her. I
Huh?
mean, the Pope was just busted in a record store. Where's the Queen?
She's around.
All right. What's up with the RNC here? Not wanting to do these commission debates anymore.
They
but-
want to stop using the Presidential Debate Commission as a mediator to talk to the networks. They want to have the DNC and the RNC directly negotiate with the networks. They want to eliminate the middleman, because the middleman is not really the middleman anymore. It's become very biased.
Well, yeah, even when they brought in Chris Wallace, he made
Oh,
every
yeah,
effort to
well,
make.
yeah, he's real anti-bias. When he started debating Trump, that was pretty much the end of it for me.
Yeah, when the moderator's debating the candidate, it's not very fun here. So does that mean that the Democrats just won't debate the Republicans, or are they going to be willing to find another way to do it? Like just going on CNN or MSNBC or Fox News or the Jeffrey and Brian show. How great would that be if we had a presidential debate on the show?
We get some viewers.
Yeah,
I
two or
don't know.
three.
But last year is probably not if it's going to be the same viewership. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what's going to come of it, but that should be fun to see what does happen because the Republicans never do anything.
No balls.
No, exactly. How many times have I said that on this show?
No,
Every
I think
show.
Yeah, every single episode almost. They got no balls. All the slow down, Democrats. If they actually do something, maybe something will happen. But then they'll get Epsteined and yeah, that'd be fun. All right. Speaking of the Republicans being pissed off, that must be mean that the Democrats are doing awesome, right?
Oh, it's been a great week for Biden.
How so?
He's had many failures this week.
Yeah, he's well, what he isn't this the second time
he went and gave that stupid speech in Georgia about how their voting rights were wrong, and if you didn't agree with him, you were Jefferson Davis or somebody else,
you ain't
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I have a sound clip of that. No,
So wasn't Jefferson Davis a Democrat? Part of the Democrat Party?
No idea.
I don't know. But is that the one
Confederate.
that Saki was
It was-
saying that it's hilarious that people were making fun of him for that speech? Was
No,
that
she
different?
says that pretty much about every speech now.
It's true.
Jefferson Davis was the president for the Confederate.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, he
And
was.
He, he
He
compared,
was
he
held
compared-
at Fort Monroe for many years after the war.
Yeah, and he compared Jefferson Davis against Abraham Lincoln, which was a Republican.
The first Republican president.
Yeah.
People don't realize that.
Mm-hmm. And John, what is the other one? John, what's the guy from Alabama? God, I just had it. He just said it. I forgot. But it was like, yeah, you compare like everybody else to the Democrats, or where they were segregated.
Well, look, Kennedy is still the icon of the Democrats somehow, but by modern standards, Kennedy would be a far right nut job. Like ask not what country can do for you, but what you can do
Yeah.
for your country. And not to mention, he
was in the Navy.
he tried to stop the Civil Rights Act because not a single Democrat voted for it, but the Republicans outnumbered even a veto.
That sounds familiar. The Democrats usually aren't on the right side of history until history changes. Then, oh no, we agreed with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is nobody bothers looking at who actually voted which way.
No.
They honestly don't realize that Lincoln was a Republican. And that when you point this out to them, it pisses them off almost as much as when we took their slaves away. All right, I got way off a track again. Isn't this the second time Biden has called Harris the president?
Oh yeah, she calls him that. He calls her that all the time. And I hear people trying to make excuses for her. I'm like, well, maybe because he was an underling for so long. It's just, like he was vice president with Obama for so long. It's second nature for somebody else to be in charge.
Former Vice President
Bullshit.
Biden. Yeah, well, maybe, I guess. I don't know. No one's ever been the president until they've been the president. You know what I mean? There's only been a handful of people that have been president, but whatever.
Yeah, like
You think that's something you would
46 people now.
Huh?
46.
Yeah, you would think that if you were president, you would remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Ray, if you were the president of the United States and you woke up in the morning, would you remember that you were the president of the United States?
I probably not get used to the first week or two, but after a while, of course, you get used to it.
Maybe not even used to it, but you'd still know it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
you know,
Secret
someone else
Service
the-
up your ass everywhere you go.
Yeah, you wouldn't be calling someone else the
I guess
president.
that wouldn't be a problem for Biden because Biden's had pretty much Secret Service protection for like the last 20 years.
So since he's been like 70.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, maybe not the whole time because I think the vice president only gets it for like 4 or 5 years after they're out of office. It's the presidents that get it for the rest of their life.
Well, let's be fair. How many former vice presidents can you name without having to stop and actually think about it?
Dick Cheney,
Yeah.
Al Gore,
Okay. Well,
Dan Quayle.
you skipped Biden.
I'm just throwing names off the top of my head. You didn't say they had to be in a particular order.
All right. Yeah. I think I could have gone back to Quayle before I had to start thinking about it. And I don't remember who was VP before Quayle.
Cheney.
No, it was the other way around, I thought. No, oh my, where was Al Gore in there? He was Clinton's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's as far, yeah.
So he would have been before Cheney.
Who was under Reagan? Was that Bush? Yeah, Bush.
Bush. Yeah.
Oh, dear God, we're better at this than I thought we would be.
Well, we tend to follow politics. So, you know.
I haven't been following it since Reagan was in office. You kidding me out?
Yeah, but you're not an idiot either, you know. I mean,
Well, I was born in 82. What, Reagan was in office in like 86 or something?
82. Let's see. If I graduated in 87, that would have
Well,
been 5 years. So I guess I'm a freshman. No, in junior high, 7th grade.
You're so old. Anyway, speaking of 1982, when I was born 39 years ago, hit the highest inflation, higher life.
No, not anymore.
Oh, it's already gone up since then? That's
I'm
what
sure.
I mean.
It'll go up soon.
Yeah, we're up the highest since 82, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy, and they're denying it. They're saying it didn't happen. Did you want to talk about this California thing?
Maybe, I don't know.
We can save it for Tuesday.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we can come back to it. It's the article pain in the ass to read because it was so biased to get the information out of it, you know? But yeah,
Meat
inflation.
prices are going through the roof.
Well, yeah, a 39-year high. So literally, I was born at the end of 82. This is the highest prices that have ever happened in my entire life. And that's not even saying dollars attached to it,
Yeah.
but by purchasing power of the hours worked.
I was at a gas station today and I saw one of Ray's favorite stickers on the pump.
I did that.
Yep.
Hey, I'm thinking about printing out a whole bunch of them masks with Biden, do it with that exact thing on it. The sticker, just I did that, pointing at your face with a mask on it.
Or you should make a mask that says, "This mask does not work."
Yeah, this mask is useless. I've seen a
Yeah.
million of those though.
Would you do what with Trump saying, like pointing at this gas pipe, like you missed me yet?
Actually, you know, what'd be good is a picture of Fauci. That first quote about where it's like masks don't work. They're stupid.
Oh my word!
Watch him
Fauci.
get all pissed off and say something to you. I'd be like, look it up.
Yeah.
Direct quote. All right. Well, this leads into a whole Biden thing here.
All right.
Oh shoot, actually, Hampton, Virginia's back in the news. Virginia will not leave the news cycle.
We're not letting it. We're not letting it.
I know you guys are doing better than me at keeping local stuff in here.
What do you want to talk about, Virginia?
Well, you got the meat prices.
Oh yeah, we've got like local butchers up here. You know, they have little meat shops and stuff like that. A couple places,
Up
and
here.
they're saying that what ribeyes 2 years ago cost you $5 a pound. Now they're $10 a pound.
It's unfortunate. And then not only does he have to pass that cost on to you,
Yeah.
but his employees want to get paid more because prices are rising too, right?
Oh well, minimum wage just went up in July to $11.
So now we
Or no,
employees
January
more.
1st it went up to $11. Yeah,
Yes. And yeah, that means the cost of that ribeye didn't double for the customer, it more than doubled for the customer.
yeah.
That sucks. And that's no wonder why he's having trouble keeping his doors open.
Yeah, and when people, you know, the prices go up like that, then they start looking for other things to buy to substitute out the high price things. A lot
Well,
more
my
people
s-
are eating cheap ground beef now than pork and chicken, you know?
Yeah, I haven't had a steak in a while, but to be fair, I wasn't eating a lot of steak to start. But I'm not even eating ground beef that much. It's so expensive. Like
Well, when we usually buy the 20-pound tube of it at Walmart.
well, I don't know how much we buy, but we break it into pound bags and
That's exactly what Kathy does too.
yeah, then suck the air out and put it in the
Yeah.
freezer.
But
Yeah.
we don't suck the air out. We just close the Ziploc bag, you know.
Oh no, we got a vacuum sealer and everything. It's amazing. They're good for
Of
like
course you
25.
do.
They're good for like 25 years once they're frozen. But the problem is once you freeze the ground beef, it's not good for a burger anymore.
No, it's hard. You can't now. It
No, they
crumbles too much.
crumble and fall apart. It's great
Well, I
for like
mean,
pasta sauce or
Yeah, you'd have to put some filler in it to make it like an egg, and you know maybe some breadcrumbs might help hold it together more.
well, interesting you
But-
say that because the wife, when she makes her ground burgers up, she uses shredded cheese and
Uh-huh.
mixes it into the ground beef.
Oh, okay.
So when you cook the burger, the cheese
Yeah.
oozes out from the inside of the burger.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not giving away her trade secrets here, but oh my god, it is so good.
Well, I've heard of other places will do it. Well, they'll make like a little. They'll put the cheese in between the patty, and so that it's not like it's like a glob of cheese. You make a little hole in the burger patty, put the cheese in it, and then cook it that way. It's like a
Gotcha.
juicy Lucy. Some restaurants call it.
Juicy Lucy. That sounds like either something you get from a
Don't
street
go
walking
there.
hooker, or it's a really, really shady convenience store when you're buying cigarettes out of a jar one at a time. Which that's getting harder to find anywhere in this country.
They're not allowed. It's illegal.
The entire country?
Yeah.
Oh, my mistake.
How is Biden going to rope in big tech? Big tech's on his side.
No, he's trying to get them to do more censorship for him, actually.
Oh, is that where he was saying, "Hey, you got to put more fact check false things on your posts that people putting up"?
Yeah, and this is after Facebook already got busted, literally making up their fact checks.
No, they weren't technically making it up. Their fact checkers are biased.
Their fact checkers were giving opinions, not fact checks.
Yes, exactly.
The whole John Stossel thing. I wanted to talk about this so much more, but I knew no one gives a crap about John Stossel besides libertarians.
I know who John Stossel is.
You know who he is, but you don't give a crap what he has to say. You haven't been following his work. He's still publishing tons of stuff. He's like Project Veritas.
Is he?
Yeah, well, okay, not that in depth, but he does stuff versus just reading off a teleprompter. But yeah, he's suing was it New York Times over this crap. Over censorship, saying he's making crap up.
Good. Maybe if enough people sue the New York Times and they keep losing, they'll go out of business.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much more out of business you can go. They're already a former newspaper.
They don't
Wait,
even
wait.
there's no print edition anymore for New York Times.
I don't know, honestly, but I just meant that they don't make news anymore.
Oh yeah. But isn't their motto, all the news is fit to print?
Yeah, all the news fit to print. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen I used to actually read the New York Times.
I did too.
For a little while because
I used to have like a subscription for like the Sunday New York Times. You know?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a pain in the ass to read that thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
It's enormous. It was like that was actually when I was living in Virginia. I was getting a copy of that digitally, living here back when I was young at the Boston Sunday Globe.
Yep.
Oh my God, that thing was enormous. That was probably 2.5 inches tall when it sat down. They did every week. Well, not the whole paper, but
Right.
oh my God, because I didn't care about the cartoons. I didn't care about what was going on on
Nah.
television, Anyway, it's tough to find an actual newspaper these days.
You just gotta know where to look.
Yeah, well, that's why everything I share in the group here is an MSN thing, because I've actually set up my Microsoft thing to collect news sources that I want to get news. And we went over this last week, how it's like it's paying the bucks to open it and find out it was CNN. But I make it a point to get a lot of my news from left-leaning sources,
Yeah.
because
So
I'm less likely to get a bias or have someone say I don't believe it. Right?
so what's this political instability?
Apparently more Americans worry about a civil war than foreign adversaries.
Well, we elected President Biden because he's the great uniter.
What has he done to unite anything besides tell people they're terrible?
Absolutely
No,
nothing. He's done more to ununite
Yeah.
us than unite us.
No, he actually united us to dislike him.
To dislike him. Okay, yeah.
Well,
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Actually, that's right where we're rolling into, dude. That was an
That's
awesome
our
segue.
job approval rating.
Quinnipiac put him at 33% job approval.
Oh, did Biden or Trump ever get that low?
No, I don't
He
think
got a
any,
36.
this is
Yeah.
the lowest since Jimmy Carter, I believe.
Well, a lot of people, because Jimmy Carter was the president when inflation was going on. He was the one running around telling everybody to put a sweater on in their houses and lower their thermostats.
But you know what, though? That was actually good advice. It really was. If you can turn it down 2 degrees and wear a sweater, that's what we do now for the most part to
No,
save
I don't
money.
wear a sweater.
Not necessarily.
Well,
you.
that's why you had to do it then too, is to save money. Inflation was through the roof for Jimmy Carter.
And actually, that's why I want to reinstall the fireplace in this house. Burn some wood instead of running the furnace all the time,
Fireplaces are very inefficient. You're better off getting one of those. My parents have one of these. It's an outdoor wood burning stove that hooks into your heating and air conditioning and uses the vents and everything. But you don't have to worry about the
Toxic fumes.
dirtiness, the toxic fumes, or the dirtiness of carrying the wood in and getting the ashes out. It's all
Yeah,
outside. So
Cleaning the chimney.
it's all
Well,
outside.
I want to install one of them fireplaces that's 2 floors tall. It's like you can light the fire on either floor or both, and it's in the middle. It's in like 4 different rooms on each floor. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I have it run through the center of the house, basically. So if it ever if it's ever 0 degrees Fahrenheit and there's no way I can run my furnace, it's natural gas. If something happens, something happens. I want to be able to. heat my home.
If you've been arrested, can you be the president of the United States
Arrested, yes.
at a Civil War riot?
What? What was that?
I don't follow.
His protest.
Oh,
Biden came out and said that he was arrested during a civil rights protest.
yeah. No, you can serve if you've been arrested, just not if you've been convicted of a felony, right?
Okay.
Well, you can run, you just can't take office.
But why the Washington Post, which is a liberal newspaper,
Wow.
actually gave President Biden 4 Pinocchios, saying
That's
he
the-
was never arrested.
That's the most they do, right?
Yeah.
You are fake news.
See, that sucks. That's why I had the volume way up louder.
You are fake
There it
news.
is. But yeah, he was never arrested, right?
No.
Well, at least for civil rights protests. Are you
Right.
kidding me? First of all, Joe Biden would have been like 60 when that happened.
He would have been a little bit younger than that. He's probably in his 50s.
And he was still calling people fruits.
And the hair was still tingling on his leg.
Yeah. Oh God. But yeah, he was still calling people fruits and colored at that point because that was okay for him to say. This next one is what I was talking about, though.
Uh-huh.
The McConnell apparently criticized Biden's speech. I was wondering if it's the same speech you guys were talking about earlier.
Probably. That's his main speech that everybody's talking about.
Whatever. I don't even bother listening to the man anymore because my forehead just starts bleeding after slapping it over and over, you know?
No, you don't. How about Kamala Harris, the Shakespearean out of her?
Well, what did she do?
Oh, they were asking, like, will you, no, nothing's been working. Will you change tactics? And she's like, well, it's time right now to keep doing what we've been doing. And I was like, what? Like, they just ask you if it's not at work. Will you change tactic? And she's like, no, we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. But then it was kind of confusing. Like, it took me a second. Like, you're just saying you're just gonna be doing the same thing you've been doing. You're just gonna fail. It's
I can't I can't listen to either one of them for very long. Oh, and didn't I hear something where they postponed the State of the Union for some hokey reason?
because they're waiting to
That'll
do
be something I
results.
actually might watch because I want to see how long before Biden falls apart. He can't do more than a 45-minute speech.
I think
The drugs they give him only last for so long, the stimulants.
Probably is gonna be like a
Incoherent.
10-minute speech and like he's out of there.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh, that sucks. I say it'd be funny watching like 15 minutes in, just blow a giant rail off the podium. Be like, all right, let's do this.
He got it from Hunter.
Exactly. Except he turned it into crack already. I would pay $20 to see that. But not cocaine.
So this, and he gave a speech.
I could get him some.
He met with the Democratic caucus this week, talking about how they really had to work on, passing the voting rights bill and do whatever it takes to vote, change it. He's actually said he wanted them to change the filibuster. Well, right after he went and did that, Senator Sinema, I believe she's from Arizona.
I think you are correct.
Came out and said she will not change her support on the way the filibuster is currently constituted. And so that means the Democrats don't need a simple majority to change the rules in the Senate. They don't have it.
Yeah, well, that's a giant mistake. And I'm actually looking out for the Democrats on this one.
Well, they paid for it already.
I know, but they want to basically get rid of it altogether.
Well, every time they change the rules like this, they end up they're the ones getting kicked in the balls from it.
Yeah.
Look how many people Trump got to put as Supreme Court justices.
Three.
Yeah, because the Democrats changed the rules, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then they go, let's change the rules again. It's like, you guys are going to lose in the midterms. Everyone knows this. Now you're gonna make sure there's nothing you can do to stop them too. No, this is what blows my mind. It's like, I don't like the Democrats. I don't like the Republicans. I like the fact that there's gridlock in the government because that means nothing gets done. That means they don't.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
It's literally the way it's supposed to be because they're less likely to take your rights away if they're too busy arguing about how to take them away.
It's like when people say, like, well, the Congress doesn't do nothing. Like, yeah, that's the purpose. If it's easy to pass good laws, it's gonna be easy to pass bad laws too.
Exactly.
So let them keep arguing. It's just an entertainment show. So,
well, especially when you start passing laws because of emotion, and then then terrible decisions are made trying to make something fair and equal. It's like, yeah, but it's
So
when you put a
okay, let me ask you this: they want to pass this voting rights. Didn't 81 million people voted for Joe Biden? Like everybody voted.
record.
Yeah. So what is the problem?
Well, they're all second guessing their votes now.
A lot of people are. Actually, did I say? Oh, I didn't. I thought I shared something in here about that actually. Oh, there is here, but it's later anyway. But yeah, even about this whole back to this filibuster with cinema, Romney. He actually has a big horn coming out of his forehead, which is amazing. His nose, truly amazing. Like I didn't know that you could be such a rhino that you actually grew a horn.
I see. We have a new viewer on our Facebook Live feed.
I'm sorry.
He's been on the sailboat with Ray and I. He's a friend of Ray's, Joseph, and he's got some great comments going on. So,
Oh yeah, let's get involved.
he says Romney is about as close to a Democrat as you can get.
There you go. So he's wow. So this delay ain't bad then. If he's already commented or he's ready with a Romney comment.
He was ready with it.
It's coming. I know it is.
And Ray comes back with lease mansions being like a Republican.
Not even really though. Manchin and Cinema are actually being like actual liberals.
They are actually standing up for what they think their constituents believe in.
Isn't that
They
the
actually
job?
voted for the Constitution.
That's the job to do what the constituents want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but most
I mean-
of them don't do that.
And Manchin, the only reason why he's got this job right now is because he was the former governor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically used an incumbency to
Well,
get
yeah.
elected.
Yeah, because he had name recognition. You know,
E-
everybody in
exactly.
West Virginia knew him.
Ripping on the guy. I disagree with him a lot, but at least he says that you guys can't be doing a lot of this crap. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even the Rhino Romney is saying the Democrats would it would be a giant mistake to abolish this filibuster.
Yeah.
Because in when are the midterms coming up?
2022
In 10 months.
this year in
When
November.
when they lose both chambers, they better be able to vote. And I don't know. The Republicans didn't go and change back what the Democrats did with the Supreme Court justice. Maybe they won't change back what the Democrats do in terms of the filibuster either.
No, I guarantee it, because Mitch McConnell already came out and said, you make any changes to filibuster, and I'm going to nuke it if we get control of the Senate. It'll be gone completely.
I've heard a lot of Republicans finally saying they grew some nuts, saying similar stuff. It was like, when we take it over, we're going to hang you by your own rules. It ought to be interesting. Ought to be very interesting.
Yeah. We'll see what really happens.
You got a prediction?
I think Biden is a lame duck president after 2022. Ain't nothing going to get done because the Republicans are going to control the House and the Senate.
You don't
All
get
right.
nothing done right now. It's not getting nothing
I'm
done.
predicting that we take control of the House and the Senate.
I like how you affiliate yourself with the Republican Party that much.
Something you want to tell us, Brian?
I'm a registered Republican.
Oh, shut the hell up, Ray. You are further right than Brian is. I'm pretty sure you actually have a QAnon username.
How do you know where to go? What website? Hold on,
He's
let me write it
looking.
down.
He's looked.
See? By the way, have you
Oh.
guys seen the new Reno 911?
No.
It's on Paramount Plus.
I laughed so hard. It's the hunt for QAnon. Oh my God, it was so funny.
I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, I probably will though.
Is
It's
it like
been
a
so
movie or just a
long.
TV show?
It's just
It's a movie. This one's a movie.
Okay. Because I know they finished the show and they were doing movies, but I don't know if
it's
they're
on
doing another-
Paramount Plus. So
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same crew. They aged
a lot.
oh yeah. Dangle looks exactly the same. And Weigel is still a mess. Oh my god, it was so funny though. Patton Oswalt was in it too.
Mm.
You should check it out. I laughed so hard. And speaking of weird stuff I've been watching on TV, I just started watching Dope Sick.
Oh yeah.
Oh my. I recommend you guys watch it if you I think it's Netflix. Hulu, if you have it. Michael Keaton is amazing anyway. But it's supposed to be like a documentary style type of thing. It's amazing. And the one girl in the show is actually, or the movie, actually it's a show, was the youngest daughter of the new Tim Allen show.
Oh, okay.
But whatever.
The first season, or because they
No,
switched
no.
out women. They
The
switched out.
youngest daughter was the same girl the whole time.
Okay.
It was the
The
middle
one who
one.
went to the
girl.
Air Force.
It-
Yeah.
yeah, the one who left for the
Air
Listen
Force
to this,
Academy.
both of you guys know Last Man Standing.
Of course.
It's funny, dude.
Tim Allen, man, he was the shit. Did you see
Yeah.
he's coming back on Disney Plus and reprised
what?
the Santa Claus role?
He's
Disney
done
Plus.
so many Christmas movies.
Disney is bringing back the Santa Claus franchise, and they're putting him in it.
Dear God. We were going, we don't, well, actually we have cable, but we never use it. We do the streaming services stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure you know when you log in, it's like recommended for you.
Tim Allen.
Well, the last handful of movies that we'll watch were Christmas movies because Christmas is being up, so like they will watch every day. Tim Allen was in a must have been like 12 of them. Christmas movies. She's like, Tim Allen was in every Christmas movie.
He wasn't in Alf.
Alf. Alf wasn't a Christmas movie, was it? It was a TV
Yeah.
show.
ELF.
Oh, I think it's Alf. No, but I mean, oh geez, I can't even think of them all. But he did one with Meet the shoot. Sigourney, not Sigourney Weaver.
I know where they were going to skip
Jamie Lee
Christmas.
Curtis
They were
is-
going on a cruise, and then
Yeah.
and the kids decided they were coming home at the last minute.
Yeah, he did so many Christmas movies. Like I didn't realize he loved Christmas that much.
Yeah,
You know,
well, they
how
paid
many
the
Santa
bills.
Claus movies? He was in Jingle All the Way, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He did a lot of Christmas movies. It was kind of crazy.
what are you
If look
drinking
at the
tonight,
mo-
Ray?
Course.
Ooh, Coors
Ooh,
in a bottle.
original.
The original, yeah,
In the weird red stripe bottle.
yeah.
No,
Probably
this is
put
the
it- made
bank
it
with the
same
little
battery.
yellow jacket.
Oh, I was making fun.
It
of red
looks
stripe.
like a red stripe bottle, though.
Yeah, he does. I don't like red stripe. Tastes horrible.
No, I hate the Jamaica does not make a good beer. Not a
Yeah,
single
yeah.
one.
I
I
like
tried
it.
just to see if I like it, but no.
Were you looking to move to CNN, or is that just where your cursor is? Or
That's just where my cursor is.
let's go have a talk about what's going on with Russia and Ukraine here. Apparently, Russia is pretty sure that we're not going to get anywhere with negotiations.
Duh.
Whoa, that could lead to a real issue here. And
We talked about this. I had not put in the predictions, but let me do it now while I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about it.
well, while the United States is too busy starting a civil war, maybe now's the time for Russia to do whatever it is they got. You're thinking now, what was it? Adam Curry was saying to Megyn Kelly about Russia.
What do you say?
Oh, I thought you listened. I just listened to the new episode today. Well, most of it anyway. He was apparently on the Megyn Kelly show.
Yes, he was.
Or sorry, Megan Kelly. He made a big deal about that, didn't he?
And she's on Sirius XM.
Yeah, that's why they have hard breaks. Like they have to stop and go to a commercial break.
Yeah.
Which I laughed because Dvorak, the co-host, is like, I don't understand. You're on a podcast. How do you run out of time?
Exactly. Because it's not a podcast is like their second streaming thing, that's second fiddle to the Sirius satellite feed.
Speaking of that, I didn't put it in here. Well, actually, I did. No, I didn't. No, yeah, I did. Never mind. We'll get to it, I suppose. Never mind. One of our good news. But yeah, Ukraine's asking for the Russians to get the troops off the border. Russia's telling them to F themselves.
Yeah.
Poland saying it's coming. I don't know. The Polish, they're part of the Slavic people, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And the Slavic people, the most enslaved people on the planet. That's where the word slave comes from.
Well, wasn't Poland at one point part of the Soviet Union?
Yes. But the Slavs include Ukraine, Czechoslovakia, or all that whole area. What's up, Ray?
Now, I say Poland's stuck it for an experience since it got overtaken by German.
Yep.
They're saying that the Europe is closest to war in 30 years.
Yeah, as the United States is pretty sure that Russia's getting ready for a false flag operation, but does that shit really happen? I say that isn't the reason why we got into Vietnam a false flag?
Probably.
No,
but it's false flag operations, of course they happen. Happen all the time.
Yeah, what was it? What was the thing that got us into Vietnam? They sank a merchant vessel or something, but it was actually us that sank our own something like that.
I think we got into Vietnam because we needed money.
Money.
Yeah, we needed to stimulate our economy.
Yes, that's may have been why we got it, but I'm pretty sure we did a false flag attack on one of our own merchant vessels, like a sailing ship. Shoot, there's a name. I keep wanting to say Tiananmen Square, but that was obviously not it.
That was in Beijing.
Yeah, that was what. When they gunned down their own people.
Yeah, they brought the tanks in, and shot them down. Good luck finding any information on that anymore.
Yeah, it's getting tougher and tougher, believe it or not. And China's making it more and more difficult to find this stuff within their own too.
Well, remember World War One when the Lusitania got sunk by the Germans?
Lusitania, yeah.
Yeah, that was World War One, and because we were transporting armament to the British, but underneath the people transport ship, cruisers and stuff like that.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of in terms of sinking a merchant vessel.
Yeah, so that's what they used to excuse as like, oh, the sunk a passenger ship, which actually were carrying a lot of ammo and stuff like that to the British.
Yeah. I do know though that when we got involved in Vietnam, there was a specific event, and it turned out that it came out like 5 or 6 years ago in terms of release of info that we actually like set it up. Vietnam was a long time ago.
Before my time.
Yeah. By the way, okay, back to Russia. The United States is now saying, Biden's now saying he's getting ready to back a Ukrainian insurgency against the Russians. Didn't we just say a couple weeks ago how Biden had no balls and no one's going to trust us anymore because he said he took that off the table? There's no way we're going to get troops involved.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we got to focus on. It's crazy because Biden just got us out of Afghanistan after 20 years, and all of a sudden now we're bringing this up where we may go back and help the Ukrainians with an insurgency. How many times when we back insurgents does it actually do anything? Nicaragua, You know, we tried this Panama. We tried it in millions of different countries, and very
got the
rarely
Panama
is it successful.
We got the Panama Canal out of it.
Oh yeah, but we gave it away.
Well, watch. Yeah, we gave it back to them. Yeah.
Yeah, and guess who's running it now? Who's in control of Panama Canal now?
I
The
hope
Chinese.
Panamanians.
The Chinese.
Chinese.
They sold it to the Chinese.
Oh yeah, they built a bigger canal.
They basically sold it to them. Technically, they're still in control of it,
Yeah.
but the Chinese run everything down
The Chinese
there.
got control for 100 years, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Probably.
I didn't know that. I thought the Panamanians were happy with what they had at this point because we were fitting
No.
aircraft carriers through it.
No, they couldn't. They're not happy because they got super cargo ships now, and they cannot fit through it, so they have to make it bigger. And guess who offered them money for that project?
China.
Yeah, and like, you think they're gonna be able to pay that back to the Chinese? No,
Panama-
they're gonna take over.
Panama is the one with the lock system. Was that? Yeah, right. That's the lock system. You
Yeah.
have to go a little bit.
Yeah.
Then
The
get
Suez
bumped.
Canal too. The Suez Canal too.
All of them do that. 'Cause
Not
you're going
necessarily.
from one ocean to another. You know, it's different,
No,
different levels.
I did the
Elevation.
Suez, and we just sailed right through.
No, there was a lock there. You just didn't realize it.
I was also on a carrier, and I only went above decks for like 20 minutes to look around because I was
There's a
busy.
lock. There's a lock.
See, that blows my mind, though. It's like when you say one ocean to another, they connect around the bottom of the continent.
Yeah,
Like-
but you know how much time it saves if you can go through the Panama Canal? It saves weeks.
That's not what I mean. I mean, how is there a different level? Doesn't water find level?
Maybe
Mm.
eventually, but
How,
when you come out on the Pacific side, it's a totally different level than on the Atlantic side.
that just seems crazy. It's just crazy that the tide system is that powerful. That crossing across the you know what I mean?
Hmm.
The through the land part versus all the way around. Because if you went around, you wouldn't have noticed anything because it just would have happened.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
huh? Yep.
It's
But you ever
it's
seen
nuts.
two body of water, different temperature, touching each other, the different colors?
Yeah, well, there's that one. Yeah, that's also not just different temperatures, but there's different salinity, and you can
Yeah.
actually see the line where the two seas meet but don't merge, which is crazy.
Yeah, and you can mess around with the new guy, like, hey, that's the those lines on the map that you see. Those are the lines.
And there it is. Yeah.
Send out the mail buoy watch for that.
Yeah, the mail buoy, and you also send them down to go. You send them to find the keys to the sea chest, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys never did that. You didn't do the sea
We said
chest.
no, we did the
No, I did the
mailbox.
mail buoy watch.
I
We had
used
a
to
guy
love.
run into the hangar bay getting his photo taken
An
for
air
the mail
sample?
buoy watch, and then we put it
Ah.
in the ship's newspaper the next day.
Nice. I used to love when you guys would send guys down to repair division to get an HT punch.
I got a DC punch.
We have people come down all the time like, hey, new guys, like, hey, apparently we got this weird thing, and they tell me the situation. I'm like, all right. He's like, so what do you want me to do? He's like, well, I guess I need an HT punch.
All
Like,
right,
all
I
right, you just-
gotcha.
You just deck them right there. Yeah, exactly. I got you. You deck them. Like, what the hell? They go back up with a bruise and a black eye. Like, all right, you got your HT punch. I didn't know they did DC punches back. That must have been back before what when you were on the Carl Vinson.
Yeah, it was on when I was on Carl Vinson. Yeah,
That was a long time ago.
in the 80s.
I was still pooping in my diaper.
Probably.
All right. Moving on a little bit.
Speaking of the Navy,
Exactly. They just dumped a helicopter in pork country.
we had a hard landing.
Yeah, hard landing.
It's a fancy word saying crash.
Yeah, the rotors.
If
were-
somebody gets hurt in the landing, it's not a hard landing.
Oh, it's hard, but it's not landing.
Oh, it was hard. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, they landed in the woods. The rotors were broken off.
Yeah, like if you have to replace more than like 5, like I don't know how expensive those blades are, but not to
This
sell.
comes from our resident helicopter maintenance specialist.
Those inside those blades, this cardboard.
Really?
Yeah, honeycomb shaped cardboard,
Yeah. So
and they put on nitrogen gas on it just for make sure there's no holes on it.
all right. Well, anyway, they dumped a helicopter out of the sky in pork country, Virginia. Fredericksburg, right? Or no,
Isle of Wight.
The Smithfield.
Smithfield. Yeah. The wife heard me say it said Frederick's like, no, Smithfield. She's like, that's pigs live in Virginia. We all know this. It does stink for miles around, but that's if you're buying that good ham these days, pretty much anywhere in the country, it's a Smith ham. For the most part, or Hormel. Have you guys had a Smithfield ham?
Yeah.
Have you had their tenderloin?
Mm.
Comes in this tube in plat. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so tender. My sister actually bought a Virginia ham from them when she was down many years ago. I guess she didn't soak it for enough days before she tried to cook it. People don't realize that they preserve these hams with salt. A Virginia ham, anyway. That's why you can keep it hanging up in your basement for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ended up cooking it, but yeah, I guess she should have soaked it for like 2 more days. She said it's the saltiest piece of meat she's ever tried to eat in her life. And it took everything I had not to make jokes at my sister for saying that. All right, get me back on track.
One American news network is being dropped by AT&T from DirecTV and their Universe cable network.
Why?
We'll circle back with you directly. I can circle back. I'll circle back with you.
We were just circling to the One American news there from earlier. We brought them up earlier.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, why? Why is because they're far right-wing conservatives.
Yeah, basically.
Well, DirecTV isn't that CNN too?
No, it's
Because
AT&T.
That surprised the
AT&T
crap out of me to find that out, by the way.
AT&T and DirecTV is the same fucking thing. Same company, just
No,
you
it
know.
is.
Now it's not.
Well, actually, AT&T lost so much money on the deal that they've spun the network off to its own company again.
Oh, really?
I've had DirecTV for like 30 years, and I even pulled the plug on them.
You should, dude. These streaming services are way better than satellite services.
I got Verizon now. It's all part of my internet. I'm actually saving like $200 a month having my internet and cable combined compared to what DirecTV was charging me.
All right. I still like the streaming services. I got my Paramount and Paramount's got like
I have Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it's got CBS and Comedy Central and a whole bunch of other stuff in it. Yeah, I don't know. One American News Network. I haven't paid attention to them in a very long time. So
I checked them out a little bit. Now that I don't have DirecTV, I can't watch them again. But you're right. They were about as right can go. So
yeah. I mean, they were actually right wing. People say that about Fox News a lot.
Fox News is more liberal.
It really is. And comedy. I mean, they're trying to make Greg Gutfeld a big deal on a news network. And don't get me wrong, I like Greg Gutfeld, but
they're trying to make a big deal. He's more funnier than other guys.
Well, yeah, but the news isn't supposed to be funny. Like this isn't what we doing here ain't the news. This is us fucking off drinking beer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we record it because for some reason people watch this shit.
Yeah.
Only 5 people. All family
I-
members and friends.
I usually
No,
get,
they're not.
I know. I just fucking around, dude.
I
God,
usually get at
something
least
serious.
5 on 2 different platforms. Yeah, but speaking of news networks not doing so good,
So
CNN's is just took a dump on themselves and then somehow scooped it off and ate it and then pooped it out again on themselves.
What? They got no Trump to talk about?
I think that's exactly what it is. That and people don't believe the narrative on January 6th.
That's all. CNN moved from that plane crash that they covered for like 3 years straight.
The one when Don Lemon asked if it was
Yes.
possible if a black hole swallowed this
Yes.
plane.
They
That
moved
guy.
it back to January 6th. I was listening to the repeat of the Buck Sexton and Clay Travis show today, and
That's
they
the new,
said when the Supreme Court announcements came out about the vaccine mandates, CNN didn't cover it at all. They went back to January 6th.
Well, say that again.
They were covering January 6th. They didn't cover the Supreme Court announcements whatsoever. They skipped it.
You are fake news.
Yeah, the Supreme Court announcements about the mandate saying that no, you don't have authority to do this. That's absolutely asinine that you thought you did.
Well, they got more than I thought they were going to get.
So
4,
yeah,
5.
We'll
3,
get there.
3, 6. Yeah.
still blows my mind. Sotomayor was asking what makes people think that the states have more authority or have authority that the federal government does.
That's what happened
Because
when
the
you
Constitution.
And it's like, have you read it? It's like you're a Supreme Court justice. It's actually explicitly outlined in the 10th Amendment.
This is what happened. You diversity hire instead of qualified hiring.
So you're saying we shouldn't have hired a fat diabetic Hispanic woman?
Yeah, she's
for
not
being
qualified.
a fat
No.
diabetic
She's
Hispanic
not
woman?
qualified. No.
Well,
Racist,
so what happens
misogynist.
when the Kamala Harris nomination goes up for Supreme Court?
Well, that would be terrifying based on her history as a DA. Was it right?
Yeah.
Was it a DA?
Yeah, she was just attorney for California.
And
And
she
nobody liked California like her, by the way.
she denied parole, so she keeps slave labor
Mm-hmm.
more than once. Yeah, we really need her as a Supreme Court justice.
Well, they got to do something with her because she ain't going to go quietly into the night.
There's no way that she would ever get a Supreme Court justice nomination. Never
Then he's
once
six-
has no, never
I'm
once as
putting
a
it, I'm putting
VP.
it in the predictions document.
Let's go ahead. There's no way. Never once has a vice president, a governor, a congressman, a senator ever become a Supreme Court justice. This is not how it works.
We're in a new world now.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
I don't think
They got to give her something better than running for president job.
Oh, there's no way she can do that. You can't she tried that. She embarrassed. I was embarrassed for her, and I did not like her. These nuts got more votes than she did.
So you telling me diversity hire doesn't work for vice president either?
I've already doubled the number of things in the prediction document in one show.
No shit. Geez, I have so many Facebook. Oh, I clicked on my Facebook thing and it's exploding all of a sudden.
Nice.
Yeah. Geez, we got a bunch of comments. That's why it was blowing up. I guess people still commenting on us.
Ron,
Not recently.
yeah, Ron. He saw the finest clip on Rumble, on Newsmax on Rumble today. The Democrats are considering Hillary running for 2024.
Yeah, no. Go ahead and put that in the prediction document too. Not gonna happen. She might run.
I want
way.
her to run. I want her to run. See what happens.
She won't get the nomination. No way she'll get the nomination.
She gonna backstab everybody. She
But
gonna.
it would be a
stab it.
rematch against her and Trump.
That would be so hilarious. I cannot wait.
Well, how many times she could hit that button?
She's not gonna
Yeah,
learn.
she's still
not
trying to
gonna
break
learn.
the glass ceiling.
I hope she doesn't. I hope it falls upon her and cuts her apart.
And then we'd have the first president who is the first lady.
Who is going to run for the who's going to get the Democrat nomination?
Biden.
You think so? I don't think he's gonna be able to pronounce his name when it's time to run.
There is nobody.
Or you got Buttigieg,
No.
but he decided to take what? Wait,
He's
took
only
two-
been a mayor. He's got
No.
no like real governing
He's
experience.
the Secretary of Transportation.
Who cares? No,
Yeah, you saw the
that's
pictures I
not
sent you
something
about.
that usually gets you into the presidency.
Well, maybe, not, but he was overrunning the gridlock system where truckers wouldn't drive, and took 3 months off while they couldn't unload docks because they adopted a kid.
Yeah, he didn't even go through the actual child birthing process.
Obviously, he didn't have a baby, but his spouse didn't either.
No, neither one of them did. But I bet they both took the
It's supposed to
family
be a
leave act
dude.
off.
Oh my god. But a geek, booty judge, whatever you want to
Booty
call
judge.
him.
All right, back on track. Talk to me about Oath Keepers. And the
Apparently we're finally
sedition-
charging.
the seditious conspiracy.
Yeah, I guess we're finally charging some people with seditious conspiracy. Some of these Oath Keepers leaders.
Well, the actual Oath Keeper leader wasn't even at DC on January 6th.
Doesn't mean you didn't conspire. Right,
I
that's
think
what it
this.
is.
I think this case is going nowhere fast.
I
I don't
think
think
this is,
anything's going to come of it.
I think this is an opportunity to say, crap, we have nothing over January 6th. Because seriously, what's the biggest
They're
charge they had? was-
literally, they're just trying to keep January 6th in the news all the way up to the midterm elections, hoping that it will carry the Democrats across the finish line.
Yeah, well, if the Republicans weren't stupid, they would actually use this to their advantage. That the fact that it took them, they've been holding these people in jail for 2 years without trial. Even Elizabeth Warren came out and said they're being held in inhumane conditions. Elizabeth Warren,
Wow.
right? Even she said that's unacceptable.
Right.
And now, after 2 years of no trial, being held in disgusting conditions, with little oozing out into your space. Oh, finally, that you're gonna charge these people. Is it possible that they tortured them for a year
Anything's possible.
to get them to say what they wanted to say?
Yeah.
I mean, how many cockroaches do you need to flick off of you when you wake up? How many times do you need to jump out of the way of your own turds squirting out of the toilet before you say whatever it takes to get out of here? I don't know. Just again, I need to actually make another aluminum foil hat. I had one in Virginia. I'm gonna make
Yeah,
another
it
foil.
didn't make the move.
Did well, it was cost me like $1.40. I was just gonna make another one. I literally just took a baseball cap and molded it, and beautiful.
Buy your aluminum foil at Dollar Tree. You can do it for $1.25.
Yeah, there is a Dollar Tree down the road from me. And
Ain't
it's
nothing a dollar in there anymore.
no, there is some. It's pretty
No,
fucked
it's
up.
all $1.25 now.
All of it?
All of it.
The lowest price at the Dollar Tree is $1.
Yep.
I used to buy candy for a nickel when I was a
Biden
kid.
did that.
I did that. I don't know how much more longer we want to go. We've been an hour already.
But it's
I know we're
Saturday
trying to-
night. We're going longer.
Well, we try to cut it down, so we can come
We're
back
going
to
for-
it.
We tend to go about 2 hours on Saturday if we got the topics.
Well, we can come back to other stuff later.
All right, where
I'm-
you want to go next?
I'm jumping to your cow thing. Tell me about these cows and how we're going to end the environment to end personal stress.
I don't even know about the cow hugging.
Uh-huh.
I heard this on the No Agenda show. I'm like, fuck me. I've got to go find a link for this. So I
have to
put it
find
on
this. There's
our
no way.
show.
There's no way this is real.
No way. I mean, I thought we were against cows with methane, you know.
So apparently people go and they hug these cows to feel better.
Yeah.
Isn't that why we get dogs?
Well, we moved on from dogs to cows. I mean, there's
What?
actually a girl on TikTok that has a whole channel about cow hugging.
I mean, I like cows. Don't get me wrong. They're beautiful animals. They got the biggest eyes, don't they?
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
tastes good too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They just look at you like I love you as you kill them and eat them.
And drink the
Why?
milk.
Why do you think that's the number
Eh.
one food eaten in the United States right now? It's because the thing looks at you and says, "I love you," as you put a rod in your head.
And you wear
Just
the
like-
skin too.
Yeah, just like the chicken, right? Yeah, I was wondering why you shared a whole bunch of weird stuff about this, and I was wondering some of it.
You clipped the clip.
I didn't necessarily clip it, but I saved it to the part of like, of course, now my internet connection is on.
And like Buddy in the hit movie Up, sometimes we just need a hug.
I just wanted a hug.
But instead of hugging a raccoon, how about a cow?
I thought that was pretty funny. Now,
You would not be very soothed by hugging a raccoon.
the video, I almost shared the video too. The video was Will Ferrell and Alec Raccoon that just like jump up and wraps around his face and like rips him apart. But it's like instead of hugging a raccoon, hug a cow. I laughed so hard at the raccoon thing. And you were talking about name of over this cow crap.
Yeah.
Go hug a cow. Cowabunga. Holy cow.
Holy cow. I got a hug.
All right. I don't know why you're so excited for this cow thing, but you were so excited about this cow thing for some reason.
I can't stop laughing.
You're from Michigan, man. You guys had cow.
I got trampled by a calf when I was young.
Dear God. I got
You
cows
look like
near
the type
me.
who's gonna eat
I
me.
was
Is
trying to
that what
hug
you-
it. He didn't want to be hugged.
Oh, that sounds soothing. I'm just kind of soothe myself. They get trampled by it. Dear God, you're not helping this argument. All right. But yeah, that was the little audio part I took out of it because I thought it was hilarious.
It is hilarious. I'm still laughing.
Oh. This is gonna be a hard jump. What's up with this 185 million dollars, 158 million, my mistake. That was used to tax.
Apparently the taxpayer dollars are being sent to places that help immigrants avoid deportation. So we're paying for lawyers and advocacy groups and things like that. The federal government is, which is basically our tax dollars.
All right. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
Moo! I'm sorry, that cow thing still makes me laugh. But to be fair, like a full-grown cow, like you can walk up and just give them a big giant hug, and they just look at you and, push,
Yeah.
and they lean against you. You know, it's like I'm gonna eat you next week. Thank God for livestock. All right. Geez Louise. We don't necessarily want to go into COVID. We can if we want, but that's gonna be another hour probably, isn't it? We can go into some of this Virginia stuff, but I do want to bring up this 5-year-old. Where was he? I think it was in Illinois area. Chicago, yeah. He was being punished by his family and he was put into a cold shower. And they didn't take him out until he started convulsing and vomiting and lost consciousness.
How cold was the water?
Cold enough because they found his body wrapped up in plastic in the alley.
Damn.
And they're saying the body is partially charred, and the medical examiners don't know why it was charred. Makes me think, just a guess, that they tried to burn this body to destroy there were 3 adults involved in this.
That's crazy.
I think they should be hanged in public.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the stuff that doesn't make the news that people should be talking about. And you can find it. Yeah, he died. Hypothermia is what killed him. Tuesday they found him. Yeah, found naked and wrapped in a plastic trash bag and partially charred. 5-year-old.
That's so sad.
Yeah, no, seriously, and make it public. Hang him in public so people understand this is what happens when you do this shit.
Mhm.
You know, it's one thing to make a stupid decision and something terrible happens. It's another thing to try to hide it on top of that, you know?
Yep.
It's disgusting how this poor boy died,
Oh, definitely.
but his own family tried to hide the fact. Yeah. As much as I'm typically against the death penalty lately, as much as that changes, I still don't trust the government to fill a pothole, let alone take a human life. I kind of wanted to avoid that. That's actually why I bounced around it, but
Well, I'm moving on to Loudoun County.
back to Virginia. What's up with Loudoun County? So
We've been talking about Loudoun County forever. It's the reason Governor Youngkin is now the governor.
yeah, that's actually, what's his name there? Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire was the one who blew open that butt rape thing in high school.
And they transferred a student to a different school
Yeah, he just goes
to
to a
try
different
to
school.
avoid it. And he
Butt rapes another kid.
she raped another girl in the bathroom.
No, he, she. This person doesn't claim to be a woman.
No, I thought he did.
Nah, he just likes to dress as a woman sometimes.
Okay. But he has now been ordered on the sex offender registry for the rest of his life.
Good.
People don't realize what kind of a stigma that is.
Well, okay, what was his crime?
Great.
Raping 2 girls.
Rape? Maybe. Even if,
Basically won't get a good paying job for the rest of his life now. So
well, how old is he?
he's still in high school.
Okay, well, you could be 19. And I was 19 when I graduated, and I graduated on time. You know? Well, is the kid like 14? Or is he like 18? You know?
Yeah, but it's still, you know what's right and wrong by that age.
No, you're right. 2 rapes. Your second conviction of rape. You're right. Maybe you know what? I don't even feel bad for this kid not being able to, for being labeled a sex offender at this point. You can't be doing stuff like that. And after the first time you got convicted, you should have learned your lesson, even if you were just a stupid kid, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah.
No,
I mean, like, you ever seen the movie Horrible Bosses?
yes, it's hilarious because I still laugh thinking about who would complain about Jennifer Aniston diddling them.
Well, remember the guy,
But
he's
it's
a
still
sex
being
offender?
diddled. Huh?
You know why the guy's a sex offender? He's a suspect
Why?
because he was peeing in the playground at midnight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
exposure.
you know, like
Okay, yeah.
at midnight.
that-
Who? What kind of kid is gonna be in the playground at midnight?
Still, don't be there doing that. But at
mean,
the
I-
same time, there's a difference between that
And
and being
raping.
convicted of rape twice.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, how are you gonna compare? Like I don't know if that ever happened. Probably there's cases out there, stupid things that happen. You know, like what happened in '95. You know, people were pooping and shitting on the highway. You could decent exposure get arrested for being
San
illegal for the
Francisco.
rest of your well, yeah, every day.
Yeah. But they're not.
Yeah, they're not.
Well, all right. Speaking of California, let's go back to this.
Oh, he's going all the way back, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Where are we going? Back to
Cal-
California.
Sounds like a song.
California's getting ready to kill this rooftop solar program that the entire nation's been doing.
The what?
Why?
Contact us. We'll put solar panels on your house and it'll cost you
Oh,
nothing now.
okay.
You'll make your money, that whole thing.
You really don't make your money back.
No, because they sold you garbage because Solyndra even got sued over this, didn't they?
Hmm.
The Obama program. But yeah, I read the article and I was just pissed because shoot, it says MSN, but it was, I think The Hill. Yeah, The Hill. Hill is very left wing.
I
Mm.
can't
But it's-
read the hill.
Yeah, it's talking about how it's gonna be pretty dirty fuel instead, like natural gas. The cleanest fuel we have.
Nuclear is the
point.
cleanest fuel.
Nuclear too.
That nuclear, you're right. I'm sorry, nuclear is cleaner. Besides that, natural gas is the cleanest, and you can say no, this is, but everyone's forgetting about the fact that you have to go collect these rare earth minerals by strip mining an entire fucking country, with thousands of heavy equipment machines running at a time to do it. What's even better is they think that, I got a battery, it's electric. What's
Mhm.
charging your battery?
Coal.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have an electric car. I'm better than you. You're plugging it in. My gasoline engine's cleaner than the freaking coal power plant running your car, you know? But just like South Park, they fight in cups and sniff them because they're better than you. Yeah. Because here in South Park, we're better than you, and we know it.
South Park post COVID.
Have you watched them?
I have.
Both of them?
There's two of them.
Oh, yes, there is a second
I've
one.
only watched one so far.
So you saw Cartman.
Where they time traveled.
Yeah, okay. But you didn't see what happened after COVID.
No, I guess
Post-COVID returns.
I didn't see that. I'm gonna go watch that.
Oh, it's out there. It's hilarious.
I'll watch it
Where you
soon.
guys watch this at?
Paramount
Huh?
Plus.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus. Oh,
All right.
all right.
Well, that was almost an hour and a half.
We gotta talk
Is it-
Virginia.
Yeah, new day for
Yeah.
Virginia.
All right, you're right. You're right. I had a whole thing with Virginia was going to lead into this, was going to lead into that, which is going to lead into COVID.
No, we
But-
were talking about Virginia, but you want to jump all the way to California.
California.
We gotta talk about the Virginia ABC.
ABC. Easy as one,
Well,
two.
14
Actually, Tina might like this. Never mind, she's busy. Oh, Virginia is proposing getting rid of the ABC.
Never gonna happen.
You mean,
What?
well, the American Heart Association kind of already did away with that.
No, the ABC,
Oh, liquor store?
alcohol beverages.
We're on ABC.
Huh?
Doesn't everybody use them?
Okay,
No.
she had no idea how this works. No,
Florida doesn't have an ABC.
Florida does not have an ABC, nor does Massachusetts. You buy from individual people, not the government. You can only buy booze from the government in Virginia.
No. Florida has the ABC.
And you can only buy liquor from the government in Florida.
New Hampshire is that way too, isn't it?
They've got some attached to grocery stores, but
All right, my
we've
mistake.
got ABC liquor stores.
I can go right into a privately owned liquor store here in
Yeah.
Massachusetts and buy a bottle of vodka. I don't have to
Not
get
on
the government.
Sunday.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
For
Yeah,
a very
we-
long
we
time.
finally-
talked about it one time.
Yeah, for a very long time now.
I remember driving across the border to get booze on a Sunday.
Oh, you must have been up in Mass right before that changed then.
It might have been Rhode Island.
Yeah, you might. Well, actually, people used to go to Rhode Island to buy booze. Where I live now, or where I am, people used to go to New Hampshire on Sunday. But yeah, okay. Anyway, Virginia's talking about getting rid of the ABC, meaning the government has a monopoly on liquor, not beer and wine.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't see it happening because they're making too much money off of liquor sales.
Of course.
Yeah. But they're not in charge no more.
Yeah, actually,
they still tax it. They can
Can't you
still
bring
tax
up
it.
some kind of shoot? Jeez Louise, what were the bootlegging laws that were shut down?
On prostitution.
Well, no, I mean there were laws shut down about the government saying you couldn't do booze. During the bootlegging. You would think that would be the argument
Well-
Virginia would bring up.
Well,
gov-
that's what that's one of the argument too. Like ever since after the 1920s, I thought the government was in charge of booze no more. So that's one of Neat Frieder is proposing that to get rid of the ABCs. So I mean, they could still make money out of tax, like the way Florida does. When you go and buy liquor and
They won't make as
Okay.
much money.
Prohibition ended
Yeah, it
nearly
wouldn't be
90
100%.
Prohibition
Yeah, exactly.
Prohibition ended nearly 90 years ago. There's absolutely no reason to maintain a state monopoly on selling alcohol. I mean, so it's time to abolish the ABC system in Virginia.
Well, if Youngkin's pushing it, what do you think the chances are he can get the Congress and the Senate of Virginia to agree with him?
None.
Well, he got the
None?
delegates, 52.
The Senate is still Democrat control.
No, it's 50-50.
Senate,
Yeah.
yeah, and the Democrats are in control.
No,
Well, let's-
because if it's 50-50, who's the
No, the
Who's the
Senate's still
tiebreaker?
the Senate in Virginia is still Democrat controlled, and the House is 52 to 48.
Let me see.
Hold on, I just clicked on this prediction shit. What's up with this Ukraine invasion leads to World War III?
I put that in there.
All right. I saw that. I was like, what?
If the Russians invade Ukraine, all of Europe's going to get involved, and it's going to just go on downhill.
You think they will?
Yep. You're the one who said they were doing the false flag so they can invade.
Yep. Doesn't mean I think anything's gonna happen. I think Biden's got no balls. I think most of Europe has no balls. I think you
Well, Europe will jump in, and we'll be forced to jump in because Europe jumps in.
that's when we're gonna find out the queen dies.
Pretty
The
much.
queen is dead
Yeah.
because she's not gonna
Well-
show up to say anything. We just have to do first Johnson. Bojo, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, speaking
Well,
of
that's
go ahead.
daylight savings time.
Yeah, Virginia's looking to get rid of that too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a proposal, but still, like, it's dumb. I don't think. I mean, the only one state that doesn't do the daylight savings time is Arizona. They
Which,
don't
by
do
the
that.
way, I was super excited with myself because Brian said, I was like, what a mess it would make if only Virginia didn't do it. I was like, I'm pretty sure Arizona doesn't.
Yeah, but that's
Arizona.
the West Coast. It's a lot less populated. People in Virginia are constantly driving to surrounding states.
And also the
Like
time
some
changes.
people that live in Virginia and they work in DC and Maryland. So you would go through an hour time change.
Or
every
North
time you
Carolina or
work.
West Virginia.
Exactly. Every time you left the state, you'd have an hour time change. And some people do that every day. How fucked up would that be?
Well, look at Florida and Alabama, like 2 time zones in there. So even Florida, there's actually 2
Yeah,
time
but most
zones.
people that live in Pensacola don't drive the hour to the east to go through the other time to go with the East Coast time zone, you know?
Well,
I have traveled more than once in my life across multiple time zones in one trip.
No.
you know,
Not just that, but multiple time zones in a night.
No.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you, it's awesome if you're heading east and you're on watch because you get a shortened watch. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah, it's dumb. I don't know why. Like, I can see that changing in times, but people complain about it. Like, it's not gonna be beneficial because if we leave it the way it is right now, it should be 10 o'clock at night, 10:27.
No, daylight saving is over right now. Daylight saving is the other time of year. This is normal time. This is standard time.
I
Yes.
think it's the opposite.
No, I made a big deal about it when we switched over because you guys like, "Hey, blah, 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 blah." I was like, actually, we're going back to normal time. It's even worse now. All of a sudden, it's even darker.
Yeah, it gets dark at like 5:30.
Yeah.
And that's the point, though. Is that's why I think we can't get rid of this. As much as people talk a bunch of trash about daylight saving, it means
Yeah, we
I
need
haven't
it.
been at work for 3 hours before the sun rises.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, I
you
have.
understand that, like, we actually need it. I don't agree with it. We should get rid of it. I agree we should keep it because it saves.
It's a
just
mental issue. It saves our mental health.
It's not always dark.
Exactly.
Look,
But
as it
anyways,
is now, when I leave work, it's
mhm.
as dark. It's dark as shit when I leave work. And I mean, I get out of work typically around 6, and it's like middle of the night, pitch black.
Yep.
The thing is, the sun. It's not even like the sun gets up at 4 because with daylight saving shifts. The sun still doesn't even come up till like 6:30 or 7. You know?
Yep.
I'm this far north that the daylight is shorter during this time of year. Just like in the summer, it's long. Sun doesn't even set at sometimes a year down here until like 8 o'clock in the summer.
Yep. That's what
Like,
I
that's-
love.
Yeah, the solstice.
Out sailing till 8 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. Versus the sun setting and being pitch black at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is and if we didn't have daylight saving, it'd be 3 o'clock, not 4 o'clock around here. And it'd be more like where you your image there is showing us like Alaska, the Boreal, the aurora.
Oh, that image.
Huh?
Okay.
There's an aurora behind you.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
A lot of
yeah,
pardons.
in Virginia, yeah. Well, also they introduced the carry bill. You're not gonna need a concealed carry permit to carry in Virginia.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Where is that anyway? That's in here somewhere, isn't it?
On her Facebook.
Yeah, in
too.
Virginia. Yeah, Facebook.
Oh, Brian's at the bridge now. Yeah, they're looking to go constitutional carry, aren't
That's
they?
the Golden Gate Bridge.
It is San Francisco, right?
Yep.
But yeah, Virginia's Youngkin's considering or suggesting rather,
Yeah.
not concealed carry,
Non
constitutional carry.
Yeah, you don't need concealed carry.
You don't need a permit unless you, well, as long as you don't have a felony, you can have a gun, right?
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about our former governor for a brief moment.
Blackface?
Yep. He granted 1,200 pardons during his time in office, which is 4 years.
Oh, he pushed a lot of the last couple of days too.
They
course
always
he
do,
did.
though. They always do.
Trump didn't.
No, honestly, it kind of bothers me when they do that because it's like, well, I think these guys should have been in prison because nothing was right, and but I waited until I was about to leave office instead of getting them out right away. It's like if you genuinely think these people didn't belong in prison, why didn't you do something 4 years ago?
Right. When you
Or
first
how
got
long
in
is the
office.
governor sit in Virginia?
4.
Okay, yeah, he had 4 years to let these guys out.
Yeah, you're right, Brian. It's 21 Democrat Senate and 19 Republican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in the off year, the Senate stays the same. It's not up for election like the House is.
Yeah, I thought it was 50-50. I don't know why, but yeah, I thought we.
That's
I don't
why
know.
it's going to be a little while before Youngkin can get a whole lot
Mm.
done, you know.
But it's still, we had to convince 2 Democrats to. If not, they're gonna get voted out. You know,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
All right.
We'll see how it goes.
All right. What is the executive orders?
11 of them.
The new guy that what?
Yeah, he got
yesterday?
inaugurated today, and
Today.
right after yes, today at like noon.
Oh,
And,
wow. Okay, so like
And he
9
put
and
a
a half
bunch
hours
of
ago.
executive orders in place to try
Yeah.
to change things that the previous governor had put in place.
That has to be the most current we've ever been if it's only 9 and a half hours ago that this happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we try.
Yeah, we
Actually, we've had some breaking news on the show before.
we have actually, and which is always fun. It's exciting. I'm pretty sure I downloaded a breaking news thing too.
Well, we haven't talked about the volcano yet, so.
What volcano?
Oh, the one
The
that caused the
volcano-
tsunami that just hit
Yeah.
California.
Come on, Brian. Up to speed, Brian.
I'm
See,
still
look what
on
happened.
the executive orders.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Executive
we'll-
order number 1.
So
Finishing critical race theory. I cannot pronounce theory at all.
huh?
Allow the parents to make whether they wanna decide to wear masks or not. Restore the integrity and confidence of the parole board.
Well, this guy is actually sounding more and more libertarian and less Republican, doesn't he?
Yeah, and investigating what happened in Loudoun County.
I thought we already did that.
No,
Well, he's talking about what
it's
Youngkin's
executive-
doing with these 11
it's
things.
Executive order.
I know. I'm looking at him too.
Well,
Yeah.
like we just said, Loudoun County has not left the news. Like, what the hell is going on in Loudoun County,
Well, 2
Virginia?
girls got raped, and there's a big. That's why I actually help Youngkin to
And they
get
did
elected.
everything to bury it too, didn't they?
Oh yeah,
They tried, yeah.
yeah.
They called you a bigot and a transphobe and everything. I was like, you still can't butt rape people in bathrooms and say it's okay because you call yourself a woman. Or not even, he didn't even call himself a woman. He just liked to wear a skirt sometimes. Sorry,
And
I know it's so
number 5
offensive,
is-
but he butt raped 2 teenage girls in a school.
Why are you gonna butt rape when they got pussy? I just don't get it. But anyways,
That might be why he was wearing a dress.
yeah. He created the Commonwealth Chief Transformation Officer. I don't know what is that. Had to
Chief
look
what now?
into- Transformation Officer.
Transformation,
Yeah.
transportation.
No, transformation.
Don't worry, honey. We'll cut that dick off. We'll turn it inside out.
Yeah.
Right back
I don't know.
in.
I have to look into what the fuck it is. Declare Virginia open for business. I don't know how's that in the second order. Combat prevent human trafficking to provide support to survivors. So invest into human trafficking, investigating. What the fuck? Commission to combat anti-Semitism.
Yep.
Okay, I thought that was like
No Jews allowed.
Combat anti-Semitism. That means
Yeah, I thought it
do
was like-
not gas Jews.
Yeah, like I thought it was like a common sense, like, hey, let's not do harm to people, you know.
Don't
Oh,
fuck with
okay.
the Jews.
Is there that much anti-Semitism in Virginia?
No.
Yeah.
Like, do you
Combat.
actually have do you
Combat.
actually have these Nazis I keep hearing about?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Like, what the fuck is this? The second order is like what? The other ones withdraw from the original greenhouse gas initiative. I guess it's like the Green Deal in Virginia.
Okay.
Taking that away from that. This one like promise of jumpstart our economy by cutting, killing regulations by 25%. So I don't know what kind.
What regulations.
I don't know. I need to investigate what kind of regulations. Which sometimes some regulations are stupid, but some are good, some are bad. So, and the last one, what is this? Individual freedom terminal privacy by restricting the vaccine mandate for all state employees. So all state employees are not required to get the vaccine. And that's all 11.
Yeah. All right.
I like some bad, but I just the regulations. I want to know what regulations are cut it down in us, because some people are dumb and they do some dumb shit like dumping oil on the fucking river or some shit like that. And yeah, you need that type of regulations. But
You're right.
some other ones like I cannot think of nothing on top of my head, but sometimes they're dumb. Like, really, you need a law for that? No.
Well, for example, I know it's a weird reference to bring up, but have you ever heard of the Great Molasses Flood in Boston?
Yeah.
You've talked about it.
Oh yeah.
You've talked about it on the show.
Refresh my
Look it
mind,
up,
probably.
people. Look it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Follow the show.
These guys were making molasses way back in the day, early 1900s. Some tanks burst and it spilled out, and many people actually drowned in molasses that flooded through the streets of Boston.
It's not a
They
way
say,
I'd want to die.
well, they say to this day you can still smell molasses if you walk through certain parts of Boston on a hot day. But yeah, I think there's over a dozen. Maybe I just pulled the ember on my butt. But it was because there was no regulation. Like, no one had done these tests to see what this equipment could do. And you know what I mean? They pushed it way too hard. And this is what regulation is supposed to stop, is, you know, tanks exploding and drowning people in thick, sugary candy. What a terrible way to die, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'd rather drown in beer.
Like Homer Simpson.
I was actually thinking a beer fest. When he tried to drink down all the beer that he's put in this giant tank, he's trying to drink it down to get out. Anyway, back to Virginia, what we were talking about with the schools.
Oh yeah, you're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one.
Apparently, Virginia's looking to make marijuana legal earlier.
Yeah, it's not illegal, but they're trying to
They're trying to get the recreationals, the dispensaries up and running faster.
Recreational? I thought you guys were only doing medical.
No, we're going
we're doing
recreational.
Oh shit! No shit.
That doesn't look very recreational.
The focus.
What's that? Is that a fungus?
No, that was a purple flower from marijuana. Brian's just keeps disappearing because it's the just right color to match his screen.
That's the way that's good. That's good. You know what it is, but you don't know what it is.
My shit's purple, dude.
Oh man. That's why you're in San Francisco, Brian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
He should have flowers in his hair.
Yeah. If you go to San Francisco, make sure
Yeah,
you
the wife heard me say that. She goes, "Is he in San Francisco?" That was even better.
I'm back to the beach.
But yeah, there you go. But yeah, Virginia's looking to move up the date to have marijuana legal in the state.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna tease this because I don't think we're gonna do the COVID talk, because I think we're done for the most part.
We gotta do. I want to touch on the Supreme Court.
All right. Well, I want to talk about how apparently cannabis stops people from getting sick from COVID.
Oh well, that'll work.
You know what?
It's everywhere if you look for it.
I was feeling about like, what if weed was the solution for this shit?
Weed's the answer for almost everything, dude.
I know that would be so ironic.
Well, no, glaucoma, anxiety, upset stomach,
cancer.
Well, upset stomach's usually the cancer thing because it's the radiation, makes your stomach upset.
Mm.
But could you imagine if the world leaders like Putin and Biden smoked a joint before they sat down and had like things would be so much smoother, wouldn't they?
Probably Biden will remember something.
No, you wouldn't.
Who cares? If
Remember
remembers? Like,
less.
hey man, let's not fight. You know?
Mm.
I don't know. It just seems to me like marijuana would solve a lot more problems if we gave it the opportunity to do it.
Give it a chance. Give weed a chance.
Yeah, well, it's already helping epilepsy and cancer patients and glaucoma patients. It's helping apparently fight against COVID. This
I think you know what? I think they need to come out with some sort of breathalyzer. So
like it's coming out next year with the new cars.
well for weed.
Yeah, but
Like so you can
I
tell.
thought it was later on. I thought it was like 2025
I thought it was next year. It might be 25.
Yeah.
to build back
Anyway.
better cars.
I hear what you're saying,
Have
Ray.
the
Though.
kill
Like,
switch and
I hear what Ray's
Yeah.
saying though. It's like I don't want you driving around stoned all the time. I get
Yeah,
that.
because like
no, you should
like,
only do it like half the time.
because now you're pitting most of the like medical. I mean the federal employees not able to enjoy that type of thing and enjoy partake with it, because they get piss tested to see make sure they're not driving high.
Yeah, but no, a urine test won't tell you if you're high when you're driving though.
Yeah. So like if you
Just tell
build
you if
up,
you smoke.
create a breathalyzer or something that you
I
can
don't
test
think
on
there
the
is
spot.
such a thing. I
Blood
don't think
test. That's the only way you're gonna tell that, honestly.
Yeah.
Is see how much THC is in your blood.
No,
But
but
then-
Yeah,
right
but
there
what
on the
about the
spot.
person that smokes like 5 times a day every day? His
Yeah, but-
blood level is going to be higher.
Yeah, but you're talking about tolerance
Yeah,
versus quantity. 0.08 still the limit, no matter your tolerance for booze, right?
no.
Yeah, but I talk about like why, like if a person, the only reason they don't want to get federal employees able to smoke weed because they get pitch tests, so they have to read the tolerance. I mean the quantity they've been smoking and stuff instead of like, hey, how you be doing? Like, what if you get out of work then you smoke? Goddamn, Brian, get back at Earth.
We
Out
gotta,
of here.
yeah, we gotta get you a
How
laptop.
high are you, Brian?
Apparently higher than I am. That's
I closed my eyes for a minute so I can talk. And I look up.
He's
and
not on the beach anymore. He's in the stratosphere.
no, what the fuck, Brian? Get down. Sit the fuck down.
All right.
Anyways, you're
I'm
fine.
pretty
Just
excited
that-
though that apparently marijuana might be helping people from contracting COVID symptoms, or even not even COVID symptoms, from having the virus take hold in their body.
because the smoke is so thick.
I doubt it, because usually smokers are more susceptible to illness,
Mm.
right?
No, I'm talking about
especially
weed smoker.
well, I'm just saying, even still, you're still smoking, you're still putting shit in your lungs.
Yeah.
And
You
usually
telling
a
me weed's not good
respiratory
for your
illness is
lungs?
going to attack them more. I like that background, dude. I like that
Look
No
at
blurry
you,
one.
background.
Is your apartment?
I know, but
You
it's super
police-
blurry behind him.
Yeah. How high are you now, Brian? I can see blurry lines.
All right.
Anyways,
I think
Hey,
that's
well,
our
so-
show.
I thought we want to
No,
talk about the
Supreme
Boston
Court.
mayor. Oh, he want to talk about. Let me
No,
get
we
another
can't.
beer for this one.
We can go into the mayor, but then it goes into go further into COVID.
I just want to talk. I wanted to go current and talk about the Supreme Court.
And
Real
oh
quick.
yeah, all right, yeah. Jump in on that one. Definitely.
So the Supreme Court came out with a ruling super quick, which is very unusual for a Supreme Court.
We've said this
Um,
before.
This was heard in an emergency status on like Monday. And by Thursday, they had a ruling that, and it was a mixed bag ruling because they came out and said that for businesses with 100 people or more, OSHA doesn't have any authority over that. And for hospitals that take Medicaid and Medicare money, they have to have the vaccine mandate.
That seems even crazier.
Well, there's a reason for that, because my two least favorite conservative, quote unquote, Supreme Court justices.
Two least favorite conservative Supreme Court justices. Okay, first of all, there's only what 9 anyway.
I know, but the Chief
Or
Justice Roberts.
7, I'm sorry, right?
No, 9.
It is 9.
Roberts has been wishy-washy from the get-go.
He's the chief too, right?
Yes, he was trying to keep this as like anti-political as possible or whatever. You know, he always backs. He's more flexible than a freaking bamboo pole.
He's usually good about actually.
He's the reason why Obamacare is still in place today, because he was wanting to change the rules and say it wasn't a tax. It was a tax when it was a fee.
Yeah, that sounded a whole thing, didn't it? The
Mhm.
taxes and the fees, and Obama even called it a tax before they did that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're just gonna tax the shit out of you if you don't do this.
And who was the
Actually,
other
that's illegal.
justice that said that the medical mandate could stay in place? I don't even know. Let's see.
Well, that got shut down anyway.
No, they kept the one mandate in place.
Well, all right, let's be fair. I think that if you go to the well, I say that as it is now, if you go to the hospital and you're gonna die, they have to help you. Now it should be a little more than that, but at the same time, I don't think it's everyone else's responsibility to make sure you don't die of diabetes while you eat a cake every night. You know,
I love cake.
I do too. But apparently it's my fault that Fatty Magoo is sick with COVID because I can't have a vaccine. Apparently it's my fault. You know, and apparently you need 4 comorbidities to actually die of this virus. That's like
Brett
diabetes,
Kavanaugh.
multiple sclerosis.
Brett
You know what I mean?
Kavanaugh agreed with the liberals and
Of course he did.
Justice John Roberts.
Where'd Barrett go?
He did the right thing.
Barrett is a she. Amy, new one.
She went with the rest of the conservatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't think she's conservative.
Well, she's more conservative than the Chief Justice.
That's not saying much. But Sotomayor blew my mind though. When she's
How
like, "Wait,
dumb she is.
yeah, and she's a Supreme Court justice. I don't consider myself a genius. But when she said, why do people think that the states have what the federal government does? Like the 10th Amendment.
That's what the
It's literally the
Constitution
Bill of Rights.
says.
I don't think she ever read the Bill of Rights.
How are you Supreme Court justice with not having read the Bill of Rights?
Well, she just proved it. I don't know how. Oh, she's diversity hired, dude. That's why. She was hired by Obama.
No, she was not. No, she was appointed or nominated by Obama. There was a judgment made by the Congress of the United States.
Only the Senate.
Okay, my mistake. The Senate. Either way.
Yeah, and basically got hired by Obama. That's
We saving the rest of this for Tuesday, maybe?
Yeah.
hey, our friend Ron from Australia is going to
Tasmania.
Tasmania. God damn.
What about Tasmania?
Ron's
Ron.
going to Tasmania.
Why?
I guess escaping from Australia. This closest. Watch out for the Tasmanian devils.
That's better than the Australian government.
That's true. Oh, what do they got? Is the Tasmanian got the dragon stews? Tasmanian
He
dragon.
said he was going to bring us something. He was going to send us something from Tasmania.
No
Nice.
kidding, huh? Watch it be like a giant ancient Siberian
Stubby holders.
Stubby holders.
That
Oh, I thought it was
producer.
gonna be like a weird dick from like an
Architect.
ancient fossil.
Oh, you want those little pipes? Oh no, they don't do that.
He's going there for a holiday. His sister lives there.
Oh, okay. He's
Oh,
got
it's a
family
beer
out there.
holder. Oh,
Yeah.
beer
He's
holder.
got
Okay,
family.
cool.
So I'm assuming that means he's been vaccinated.
Oh yeah,
Because
everybody. in
Otherwise,
Australia's
he'd be
been vaccinated.
in prison in Australia, right?
Otherwise, they would not have Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He'd be in prison and no internet.
Yeah, like you cannot buy internet unless you get vaccinated.
Yeah. Ooh, I mentioned work. I'm surprised the man what work because I really thought I was good. You guys ready to tie this up?
Yeah, we can stream. We can stop the stream.
All right.
But what's the
Whoa.
music?
What was that? Well,
Never mind.
See, again, I turned it up for the other stuff.
Wait, we didn't go through half of the pages left.
Well, the rest of it's
Oh,
on COVID.
COVID.
You
We're making
You're
an effort
off
to put
Facebook.
All right, we're making an effort to put COVID on Tuesdays now.
I guess I'm gonna be sick on Tuesday.
That, well, that is our show. If you had fun, I enjoy it. I'm glad you came by.
Hit
Check us
up.
out.
Smash that like button.
Hey, somebody stop the Facebook Live.
Buy our
come on,
merch.
guys.
We're gonna be merch soon.
We're gonna have
And-
stubbies.
That's just for us. From one of our listeners, they're sending us merch.
What's this
To
stubbies
us.
Ron said he's gonna send us some stubbies,
thing? I don't know what that is.
It's beer
beer
holders.
koozies.
With our name.
I doubt it.
No,
that'd be even
from
better.
Tasmania. But it would be cool if we all each got them and we could show them on the show.
Hell yeah! I'm excited.
Who Peter's end that live video on Facebook? Oh. All right.
What?
No, the live feed on Facebook ended.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you
did
shut
it.
it off.
No.
I'm getting ready. I'm pretty excited to maybe go to this.
Are we closing the show down now? You already did?
All right. I guess that's our show. If you're interested, you can find us at the Jeffrey and Brian Show at gmail.com.
Yeah.
We love to have you on. We'd love to talk to you. Yada yada. If for whatever reason you're wicked drunk and stoned, I actually give it money to fund the show by storage space. Is somewhere out there. There's a PayPal page,
Yep.
but the name of the show is too fucking long. I guess that's it. You guys got
That's it.
anything else to add?
It's mighty cold. It's wicked cold.